Wasabi, and welcome to my review of my first Mafex figure. Which is the Mafex 202 Captain America from Civil War, which is my favorite early MCU movie, and I'm sure it's a lot of other people's. It's the stealth suit. It comes with the stealth shield. This thing is awesome. So I'm on a journey to unbox or purchase a lot of higher end, or what are considered higher end figures, because before this year I never really jumped into like Mafex, SH Figure Arts, Mezco, or even Hot Toys. So a lot of that this year was me breaking those cherries. Pause. No diddy.
No diddy, huh? My ass.
And it feels good because pause.
You heard the man himself. It feels good.
It's nice because I get to experience different companies from different points. So like Mezco, something I really enjoy is the overzealous amount of accessories they give you. They give you accessories you probably would never even use. But like I said, if you like to take photos of your figures, and then it's the perfect company for you. Something like Hot Toys, they give you that real photorealism look. I love that. But what I noticed, SH Figure Arts, real anime accurate looking figures. I love that. And also, they give you a nice abundance of extra pieces for that figure. The one thing I've noticed with this Mafex or Mafex, however it's said, I appreciate that they gave you peg holders for the extra hands. That's knock out the park. The thing I don't like with all these extra companies, like what I like about Mezco is they include a bag. So any extra accessories they give you, because they know you're not going to keep the box, you're not going to keep the plastic, they give you a little baggie and you just throw it all in the baggie. I love that. That's what I did with my Spider-Man. It's what I'm going to do with my Wolverine, even though he has a tin. So I might just leave the stuff in the tin. But it would have been helpful to put all the extra hands and fingers and heads in a little baggie, because when I usually get other figures, I have to get a Ziploc bag and just kind of write what it goes to, who it's for, and just throw it in there, which is not hard and not a problem. Anyway, that's a minor thing, so that's really not something I should complain about. I do say I enjoy the fact that you're given both shields. So they could have just given you the stealth shield, but they give you the normal Captain America shield and they give you the stealth shield. So I appreciate that. You're given a photorealistic, photorealistic Chris Evans, Steve Rogers head sculpt that is just perfect. Pause. You're given an empty Captain America mask for him to hold, which is also great. I love it. Nice feature. You're given an angry, mad Captain America mask sculpt. Love it. And you're given an extra abundance of hands. Most of these figures that I buy that are a little bit higher end than your basic action figure will come with at least 4 to 5 to 6 extra hand sets, and I love that. Some of them vary and they both match, some of them vary and if they don't match, but the fact that they include those kind of things is magnificent. And if you want to see a deeper dive on the different hands that were included, you're welcome to check out my unboxing. But for right now, I just want to focus on reviewing this figure and letting you know my thoughts on it. So for example, for the shield throwing hand, what they do is they attach like 2 plastic runners where essentially you just kind of hook those into the grooves and the shield kind of sits there and the rest sits in his hand for a nice throwing motion. I think that's perfect. Like, wow. Like, the level of detail in this figure is magnificent. Like, if you look at his boots, you can see individual belt buckles that are raised. There's a toe bend. Like, the satchels and pouches on his belt, they all look so realistic and real, and they're actually like popping on. I'm wondering if they could come off. It kind of makes me nervous because I can see a gap, but the fact that they do all of this is just crazy. Like, every time I buy a new one of these brands, I'm blown out the way. Like, this literally looks like Captain America from the movie, but just shrunken into a toy form. I will say he does have a very plasticky look, like he does look like a toy, but it's still cool that he looks like Captain America still. Like, wow. Alright, so I had just recorded the articulation, or I thought. I never pushed play. So, let's see. You got a 360 at the head if you want to get a nice Reagan from The Exorcism. But this is Captain America. I don't think you want him to be doing that. You've got a nice swivel here with a butterfly for the elbow. Feels kind of loose, so I'm not going to play with that. There is no peg here, but it's also like a ball jointed peg, which is nice, so you don't see like the typical peg hold arm there. You've got a nice swivel on the wrist for a 360. They always make these pegs the tiniest ever for these higher end figures. I don't understand it. Got a swivel in here, but whenever I do it, it makes a noise and it feels like it's gonna snap. So I'm not gonna risk it. So we're not gonna pose in there much. You've got a pose here. Again, this Captain America is not really meant to be. I'm not gonna pose him in nimble Spider-Man-esque poses, but you do get good bend with the knee, swivel at the boot. You know how I feel about that. The boot is hampered by swivel down low, but it is there. You've got a toe bend. Yeah, he's about average for articulation for a Captain America, but like, I don't know what you expected from a Captain America. All in all, my thoughts on this figure, it's definitely cool. So for my first Mafex purchase, I'm glad I picked a character from a movie I'm very fond of. I do really enjoy the Winter Soldier. Not the most patriotic. Captain America is one of my favorites, but I do enjoy him as a hero. So having him on my shelf is going to be nice. I don't really know the next Mafex I plan on getting, because there hasn't been really anything that caught my eye. Like, this caught my eye. I don't know if there's anything else I really want. I'm getting kind of tired of getting like different variations of the same heroes over and over again. Like, I got way too many Iron Mans, way too many Spider-Mans. As much as I love those heroes, I do want to branch out and get other heroes as well. So, yeah. But either way, I can recommend this figure 100%. If you're a fan of the Winter Soldier, if you're a fan of the stealth suit, this is probably a good pickup. Honestly, he's got great articulation, great range of motion, great posability. He looks amazing in pictures. Like, I haven't taken enough. I need to take more pictures with him, honestly. So I'm going to work on that, being a little bit more photogenic with a lot more of my figures. Because what ends up happening is they end up just sitting around, and I end up forgetting to even put them in my display most times. So I have to be a little bit more proactive and better about that. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. I hope it made you feel like this figure was worth your time, because I'm trying to make content that is geared more towards you and what you feel like answers your questions and your thoughts on a figure. When you see it, how do you feel? I want to stand out and give you a review that isn't just the same old blah 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 for 35 minutes, you know? But anyway, like, share, subscribe, peace out. Reviewing this Captain America, and we outie 500. And now a word from the Mad Reviewer.
Yo, it's the Mad Reviewer. I'm tired of all these half-ass reviewers driving around in their fancy cars. They got girls in their videos. I got more John Blaze than them. Mine is more John Blaze, and y'all ain't recognizing. I'm the Mad Reviewer. I got the best reviews on YouTube, fool. Come see it if you don't believe it. I'm tired of pausing him. He don't even listen.